Hi everybody. It's been a while. We're overdue for a progress update on our cancer journey. And so without further ado,
I was diagnosed back in December with triple negative breast cancer, stage 3. I would not have any idea what that meant back, a long time ago. But what it means is got us in the lymph nodes. So Greg and I, we are about to celebrate our 8-year anniversary this Tuesday. We have, I almost said 7 kids. We actually only have five boys.
two that you haven't told me about.
7 and under. And this week has been pretty good. I'm 2.5 weeks out from my last chemo treatment, and it was tough. I think it was actually probably the toughest chemo I've had yet. It knocked me down for a few days, but then like a week or so later, I was still dealing with sores and couldn't taste food. They were in my mouth, the mouth sores, and it was just not a fun experience. But it just so happens this week I've been reading The Hiding Place, Corrie ten Boom. Her family is a true story based on the war, World War II, and they were hiding Jews during this time. Their family got busted, and Corrie and her sister Betsy ended up in prison. And there were so many parts about that book this week that's been speaking to me. I'm sure a lot of you have read it. It's an incredible story, but
Maybe we'll link to it in the comments.
yeah, because it really spoke to me, and I felt like some of it just coincided with the suffering, that is chemo treatment related. And there was this one particular part that God used just to help me to see, to be thankful for even the unpleasant things. And it was based on this verse from 1 Thessalonians that talks about pray without ceasing and give thanks in all circumstances. And so I started to just give thanks for where I'm at and even the mouth sores. And I felt like even just the next day I woke up and I felt significantly better. And so that's God. That's where He's got me this week, just trying to give thanks for all that I see. Now, I'm not in that state of mind at all times, but even just saying it right now is a great reminder. I'm really looking forward to our vacation. So that's another thing that's coming up. We will be going to visit Grandpa, Ohio. Our kids are going to be blown away because they've never been on an airplane, and we are going on one just in about 28 days. So we just want to show up and surprise them. And I'm really excited for it. And then we are also going to Alabama, and we're going to drive for the 4th of July up to meet some of my family at the lake house and just have fun on the lake. So that's what we're going to be doing this summer.
And so her last treatment falls on Monday, June 3rd. And so she'll rest and recover for 2 weeks, and then we'll go to Ohio for a week, come back here for a little over a week, and then go to Alabama via car. But it's going to be great. We'll get to see my dad, and the boys absolutely love him. And then we'll get to see Kristen's family up in Alabama. And it's just always a wonderful, wonderful time up there on the lake with everybody celebrating the 4th of July. So we cannot wait for both of those trips. And then surgery will be
July 10th, so we come back that same week.
Come back July 6th or 7th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then we'll go from there. And depending on the pathology and the results of the surgery and the scan, we'll determine kind of like our next steps and all that. In other news, we went to church today, as is evidenced by me stealing a pager once again from the kids' room. I never remember to return it, so every time I go to church, I break the 8th commandment. It was fun. It was good to see everybody and be there and worship and sing and all that good stuff. My good friend P-Dub is coming from Asheville on Friday for the weekend, and he's a mechanic and a dear friend of mine that I've known for 30 years, and we're going to rip out the AC in the back of Mega Mama, our big Nissan Envy, which has notoriously awful airflow based on a manufacturer defect. And so there's an aftermarket airflow kit that a guy up in Clearwater actually makes. So we're going to rip the headliner out and everything out of the back of the van and then install this aftermarket kit, because driving to Alabama in early July with lousy rear air conditioning would be miserable for the 5 kids and whichever of the 3 adults is sitting back there at that time. And so I'm excited about that.
I think what doesn't kill him makes him stronger.
Oh
but
my gosh.
Dad is wanting to put an AC, so he's the kind one.
Yeah. It gets real hot in the back of that
It does.
car. Like, this is the level of airflow. That's it. What else? Oh, we've been having fun with our enjoying the summer in our hillbilly pool out there. You can see our $25 Dollar General pool, and then we put this canopy, which is right over Kristen's right shoulder. Put that canopy up over it when it's really sunny to keep the kids from getting burnt. But we're loving it, you know. People pay, you know, 80 grand to get pools put in here. We go to Dollar General, pay 25 bucks. We got that canopy for 8 bucks or 13 bucks at a garage sale.
I mean, it's honestly because our kids are just so easygoing. I think it's the age, 7 and under. They're easy to please.
Yep.
Keep it simple. That's what I've learned.
Hillbilly pool swimming, take them to catch snakes,
Fishing in the backyard.
fishing in the backyard. They like being on this YouTube channel. We started this as a channel to update people who aren't on Facebook or in our Facebook group. And, you know, it's cancer updates, and we're just trying to, we've kind of made it a journey documenting the family too, you know, because like one of her 2 doctors said you can either like hide in a hole during treatment or you can live your life, and we just want to choose to live our life. And so, you know, we're just showing a little bit behind the scenes of kind of what we do day to day with homeschooling and kids, in addition to these updates. So we hope you guys enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's it for this week, and thank you guys for your prayers, and thank you everybody who came over from Ray and Eric's channel. We've literally been getting messages and comments from
We love
all over
that.
all over the world, which is mind-boggling.